Hello and welcome to Weston's English Tips. Today we're going to talk about job interviews. Interviews can be scary enough, even in your native language. So we've put together 8 tips to help you through a job interview in English. Tip number 1. Practice common questions. Before you go to the interview, think about the questions they might ask. Common questions include: tell me about yourself. Why are you interested in the job? What do you know about our company? What are your strengths? And what are your weaknesses? Practicing common questions can really help you in an interview to sound more confident and prepared. Try writing down the questions on a piece of paper and then sitting in front of the mirror and answering them. Remember, practice makes perfect. Tip number 2. Have examples ready. Interviewers love to hear real examples from you. There is no point in saying you're good at something if you don't have the evidence to back it up. For example, I can say, one of my strengths is working in large teams. In my previous job, I worked in a project team of 40 people. Always have some examples ready from your previous work experience or your studies to support your strengths and achievements. Tip number 3. Master the important words. Think about the job you're interviewing for and look at your CV. Identify the key words and practice mastering the pronunciation. If it is an important word, you really don't want to get it wrong. Also, make sure you know the meaning of the words. This is particularly important if you're using technical or industry-specific vocabulary. It can be quite embarrassing if the interviewer asks you what a word that you have used means and you don't know the answer. Tip number 4. Stress over pronunciation. Don't worry about getting the correct pronunciation right for every single word. It is far more important to stress the important words. Remember, stressing words means saying them slightly louder and slightly longer. Words that you should stress are nouns, action verbs, adjectives, adverbs, question words, and negatives. Any words that hold the meaning of a sentence. For example, I am excellent at managing small teams. Stressing keywords helps you to not sound like a monotone robot. Tip number 5. Be careful with pitch. So what do I mean? Well, quite simply, we raise our pitch at the end of a sentence to show that we are not sure about something or we are asking a question, whereas falling pitch at the end indicates a fact or a statement. For example, if I say, I am great at communication, with a rising pitch at the end, the interviewer will either think I am not sure about this or I'm asking a question. So we should say it like, I am great at communication, with emphasis on the great and a falling pitch. Just something to be careful of. Tip number 6. Learn some discourse markers. Discourse markers are words or phrases that help us to organize our speech. We can also call them linking words or linking phrases. Common discourse markers to use are in addition, likewise, however, firstly, lastly, generally. You don't want to just be listing things when you speak. I did this, I did that, I have done this. We can use discourse markers. For example, firstly, as a teacher, I prepare the lessons. In addition, I correct and grade coursework. Generally, I am involved in all school activities. Discourse markers help our speech to flow. Tip number 7. Be an active listener. When you're nervous about speaking English correctly in a job interview, it's easy to get lost in your own thoughts. You want to use the right words, so you're busy thinking about what to say next. This can cause you to miss something that the interviewer says. You should always make an effort to listen to everything the interviewer says and respond appropriately, even with short comments such as, "Oh really? That's interesting. I quite agree." Listening is so important as you don't want to ask the interviewer to repeat themselves. However, if you do miss something that they say, you should always ask for clarification. Don't try to answer a question that you don't know. And finally, tip number 8, don't apologize for your English. You have nothing to apologize for. It doesn't matter whether you have an accent or not, or if you've made a few grammar mistakes. You're already achieving something by completing an interview in a second language. Apologizing can make you sound unconfident about your English level, so don't apologize. Come out of that interview with you and the interviewer knowing that your English ability will not affect your work or your ability to do the job. Thank you very much for watching. If you would like to know more about our interview training courses for non-native English speakers, please do get in touch. Please like and subscribe, and good luck with your next job interview.